Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shirtless Plantain Show. It's your host, Tosin, alongside Coach and Deen. This is the weekend review. Fellas, how we doing today?
I've now eaten, guys. I'm good. I'm very good.
Very happy
Thank
to
you.
hear that.
You're assuming that there's like continuity between episodes, like this is a sitcom. Nobody knows what that means, Coach. Nobody.
If you listened to the Arsenal pod, which I'm sure you would before this,
Just
then
two
you know
niggas.
exactly what this
Two
means.
niggas that did that. Two niggas. Anyway, I'm glad you're not starving anymore. It's been a wonderful weekend of football. Shame about my team not getting 3 points that we probably deserved, but you know, we move.
Yeah, well, both my football teams lost. The
Ouch.
American one and the football one. So
Have you tried picking an Australian rules football team?
nah. After Steve Irwin died, I couldn't do it, man. Still hurts.
Do you know, actually, speaking of Steve Irwin, I have been to the aquarium this year. I'm not joking. I almost got kicked out because I tried to jump. I tried to jump in a tank because I saw a stingray, and yeah, it was my niece's tears that saved my ass that day, basically. Like, so yeah, it's up forever, man. I see a stingray, like it's up forever, man. That's it.
Have you considered eating a stingray? You know, then maybe
That's a very good idea. I genuinely think some oyster soy sauce would actually go well with them. Actually, I think.
Some tartar sauce.
Yeah, no, I'm with it. Good idea.
Let's go to Spain. We're no longer talking about stingrays. Let's go to talk about El Clasico. See, okay, let me stick to your agenda.
Sorry, I just got to laugh again because they got fucked.
I have to stick to your agenda. Lewandowski got a brace. Yaman Rafinha scored. Lewandowski did have a couple of misses, some really bad ones, extremely bad ones, but not as many offsides as Kylian Mbappe. Real Madrid collapsed after 2-0, and Carlo removed Camavinga. The margins, man, listen, Barcelona have been playing a high line all season, but it's impressive. They have 70-something offsides this season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are leading Europe in that step by far. I think the next best team is 2 behind them. I think they average about 6.5 offsides per game, which is insane to think about. Like, even 4 a game is insane. So for Barcelona to be 2 above that consistently in all the games they've played this season is obscene. Coach, what do you like most about this shit, man?
I think I just enjoyed Pedri. Can I just enjoy Pedri, guys? Can that be it?
Oh yeah.
But outside of him being fantastic, I think it's the realization that Kylian Mugabe is causing problems that, you know, we couldn't foresee. You know, we just never knew this would happen. You know, there's gonna be teething problems for sure. It's just that do you neuter Vinicius in order to get the best out of Mbappe? Is that a viable option? I don't think so. This is Vinicius' team to me. So it's a very interesting problem to have.
I would say the future for Real Madrid still prioritizes Vinicius, but Mbappe sort of develops his own skill set and plays through the middle like a proto faster version of Benzema was back in the day. That's what he's going to need to do. He's going to need to add more strings and bows to his game. And we've seen moments where he's come close to that already this season. I think it's going to work, but it clearly did not work in this game. And I just think it's, you know, people are going to forget this at some point, but it's a hell of a personal and professional humiliation to by yourself get caught offside 8 times in one game. That is obscene. Like, I've never heard of anything like that in my life. But carry on, Coach.
Yeah, just on the offsides in general, I think it's a couple of things. Yeah, Barcelona are absolutely fantastic. But it's also the fact that they went in there knowing that there was a bit of a lack of respect, I want to say, in the sense that we're going to come to your ground, play high as fuck, and we know we're going to catch you guys out, kind of thing. And it kind of speaks the mentality of, I think this is genuinely like the best team we would have played this season, and this is what the best team that Real Madrid have played this season thinks of them. Like that it's got a sting. I know obviously it's Barcelona, but it's got a sting when you think about it like that. Like, you've got all this attacking talent, especially in transition, and we just nullified it in the most hilarious way. I mean, Inzaghi was watching that shit in disgust. Let's be honest.
And I could say that about something I really enjoyed. I know you mentioned Pedri. My favorite thing about this game was when it was 0-0 at halftime.
That as well.
No. I have a point. The reason I'm making it is not even a joke. It was 0-0, and Hansi Flick said, "You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch to midfield." He put Frankie de Jong on, and that's when they got more control of the midfield. And that for me is when it clicked. Everything clicked. I mean, obviously Lewandowski missed, but him bringing on Frankie gave them a lot more control, and it literally just was disgusting for me to see Real Madrid and just slack like they lost 2 years ago to Barcelona. Whoops, Alba scored he scored a what's it called?
A brace.
Yeah, he scored a brace. But for me, it's like this game just kind of felt like they just got slapped. Like it really felt they got bullied.
Yeah.
You know, Tosin mentioned the margins earlier, and remember Mbappe scored a goal that got disallowed, very narrow offside. If that goes in, completely different game. Completely different game. You know, like. But then again, it could have been like the midweek game of Bayern versus Barcelona, where Harry Kane equalized, and we thought, okay, Bayern is about to turn up on these motherfuckers, but it didn't turn out that way. But yeah, the margins are really slim because I feel like I didn't watch the post game interviews or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure Carlo is not watching that game back and panicking at what happened in there, even though it's a historic embarrassment. You know,
Carlo said last time we lost 4-0 to Barcelona, we won the Champions League. That's what he said after the game.
Yeah. And to be honest, it's very much like Carlo and Real Madrid to do that again this season. But with that being said, just tactically as well, the Lewandowski first goal, it's a very close offside, and he catches it, he gets it just right, and it's just those margins like are what decide these games. But for you to lose 4-0 at home, like
for a homeless team at that,
but it just genuinely feels mental. Like it shouldn't be something that we just kind of brush over. That's, to be frank, that's unacceptable.
That's why we spent so long talking about this game because it's baffling.
Yeah, I would like to sort of conclude this segment by reading a poem that I wrote about this game.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Listen, man, the fact that you're not a creative sort doesn't mean that I can't be creative. Let me read this poem for our people, okay?
All right, go ahead.
All right, here we go. Here goes the poem. It is titled Yellow. Look at the stars. Look how they shine for you and everything you do. Yeah, they were all yellow. That is my poem. Thank you. Like, how you gonna lose 4-0 at home to a bunch of niggas in Coldplay merch? That is fucked up, man. Like, I would have fought somebody. And shout out Carlo for getting Buck on Flick, who seems to be the nicest guy in the world, by the way. I just like his energy, his aura. He just seems like a really pleasant guy.
Yeah, and what I really, really like about him is that he doesn't like scratch his arse, and pick his nose and eat that shit. Like, you know, he's like a top 5 German like ever now because of that. And the other fella's like a bottom 5 German. He might be a bottom 1 German actually.
He won the World Cup. He can't be bottom nothing.
No. He's bottom 1 still. He's disgusting.
Honestly, man, as a Brit, you shouldn't really speak on Germans. Just know your role and shut your mouth, okay?
Also, now I'm British, yeah. Okay.
When have you not been British?
Boy. During the AFCON, how about that?
No, good.
No. I was about to do a racism.
We are in La Liga. Feel free.
Oh, by the way, are we going to talk about it? Because again, there's been another investigation for.
Oh wait, no. I forgot one more thing. Lamine Yamal got his braces tightened and whooped the ass.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Manuel Neuer like saw those braces and thought to himself during midweek, like, what the fuck am I doing here? I should just retire and go have more kids or something. Like, bro, they're literally kids with braces destroying you. You need to retire. It's enough.
Kubarasi and Yamal is obscene. And last thing, Rafinha, we love you.
Yeah,
that chip was disgusting.
Very nice goal.
Yeah. Do you know what though? I think it's going unnoticed, but Barcelona being broke is probably the best thing that's happened to them since discovering Messi.
Ever.
You know who needs that transfer ban too? Manchester United. We need one of those because our academy is really sick. But that's neither here nor there. We spend too much money foolishly anyway. Valladolid and Villarreal. Villarreal won 2-1. The Yellow Submarine looked like one of the best teams in Europe. They were very dominant in their away win over their hosts. Thierry Barry. I like his name.
Tierno Barry.
Tierno Barry, yes.
Very nice name, though.
Yeah.
Very nice name.
And the Premier League alum, he still exists, guys. Ayoze Perez. got a deserved goal. It's always funny whenever you hear these names of players that you're like, wait, where did you end up? Like Dennis Undav just killing Bundesliga makes me so proud. But
yeah, I'm always going to think of Jose Perez at Newcastle. I know he had a stint at Leicester as well, but I'm always going to think of him at Newcastle for some reason.
That's where his spiritual home is.
Yeah.
That's where it belongs. Dean, you got anything to add about that game?
No, not at all. Not at all. Carry on.
Las Palmas beat Girona 1-0. I'm going to tell you why after. Las Palmas are winning games. They're second in a row. I think it's because Coach's boy is starting there. So that's also that.
All I'm saying is I'm partial to a Scot playing above his means. So, yeah, shout out Mr. McBurney.
Yeah, man.
Girona were the victims this time, and Alex Munoz, his first half goal was the reason why they got out the relegation zone. But yeah, Donny van de Beek started. So.
He did score though. It got disallowed, narrow offside, but he scored a very nice. It was a nice finish. But
you know why I got disallowed? Because he started. There you go.
It's just an acceptance that shit ain't gonna be sweet for this guy.
Yeah, nigga just got a whole bench or fucking hold the training room or something. He does not belong on a football field anymore. He's a professional scammer. That's all he's doing.
Although I don't even know. Real Betis 1, Atletico Madrid 0. This excited me because the own goal was pretty nice. If you go watch it, it was a pretty good finish. If my strike was finishing like that, I'd love it.
I feel like it's wildly disrespectful to compliment an own goal. It's just the rudest shit ever. Like, that may be the worst moment of that motherfucker's weekend. You're like, good job, buddy.
Well, I think Jamie Carragher would disagree. He made a career out of that. So.
And spitting on young women, but that's
there's that as well, actually.
Yeah.
Atletico, they got Atleti for the second time in a week. That just went, ahead with an early 4th minute goal, and they still couldn't score. By the way, Julian Alvarez.
Oh, you're saying his watch is fake?
All I'm saying is Man City ran up on the plug. That's what they did.
Honestly, It was probably some sort of money laundering thing because 95 million, really, guys. Like, why didn't we question that more when it happened? That's a ridiculous amount of money for Julian Alvarez.
May I interject here on his behalf? I think he's a top player still. I just think Atleti was actually the wrong move. Yeah, I don't like him at Atleti at all. Genuinely.
Where would he fit best?
Where would he fit best? That's a good question. Do you know what? He could easily, obviously they would never sell to them, but he could easily be one of Liverpool's striking options. That's a club in setup where I think he absolutely fits. Amazing ball striking, good movement, decent link up as well. You know what I mean? Can play across the front line. That's, to me, he's purely a Liverpool forward. Genuinely a Liverpool forward to me.
I see my River Plate.
Yeah.
Coach, let's go to the league standings.
Yeah, so on top we have Barcelona with 30 points, Real Madrid behind them, 24 points in second, Villarreal in third with 21 points, and Atleti in fourth with 20 points.
Coach, does Real Madrid have games in hand?
No, they don't. Not at all.
Wow, we did not see this coming. But good on Barcelona. I think the banter era is done because a win like that, a week like they just had this week, yeah.
And Lewandowski's on 14 goals, guys. We literally just got for real. We literally just got to match week 11 in La Liga, and he's on 14 goals.
And the crazy thing is, he could have probably had at least 4 or 5 more in this game.
Yeah, I don't even know, man.
He missed an open goal.
The hat trick, literally the hat trick goal.
Yeah. Let's move it on to the Bundesliga over in Germany. Leipzig beat Freiburg 3-1. The hosts and joint league leaders, they came from behind with a second half flurry of goals. Freiburg had, they had to play without the ball. But listen, Leipzig are just better than them. That's really neither here nor there. I mean, do you know anything about that?
Excuse me, were you talking to me?
Yes, yeah. I was asking you about Freiburg.
I ain't watch that game, man. Leave me alone, man. Carry on.
He's like, no, I'm not watching Willy Orban today.
No.
That wasn't on your bucket list to watch Willy Orban?
No, it's not in my agenda, I'll tell you that much. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Augsburg, Dortmund 2-1. I'm happy about this game because Dortmund keeps showing us who they are every single time. They've, just what can you do?
It's disappointing, man. Like, because we didn't talk about this enough on our Champions League edition, but in a lot of ways, that 5-2 loss to Real Madrid was kind of self-inflicted because at halftime or shortly after halftime, Nuri Sahin took off Gittins and brought on Anton Valdemar, I think, defender. And that basically gave Real Madrid the impetus, like, oh, these motherfuckers want to sit back. And, yes, he's a young coach, but it's like when you're dominating at the Bernabeu, you press that advantage. You don't, if you're gonna bring the gate men in, maybe you wait until an hour, 70 minutes, then you do that. To do it right at the half, like Real Madrid had so much time to, and now they're in a doom spiral because I'm pretty sure they'll lose their next game and maybe the next game after that because that's what happens when you cheat the game. You can't just decide to not play. That's ridiculous.
Do you guys think he's in trouble, or should they have some patience with him?
I don't know what they're expecting from this season if they sack him now. I don't know what they expect from the season in general, and it's disappointing because I wouldn't say I had high hopes for them, but I was expecting a lot more. I was expecting this to come a lot later in the season, basically. So yeah, let's see how it goes. But I don't think sacking him. I don't think they will sack him too, unless he has like Klopp's final season at Dortmund sort of season. I don't see them sacking him. So yeah.
Like if they just implode, right?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate for him. Stuttgart beat Holstein Kiel 2-1. Our favorite coach right now, one of our favorites, Seb Honas, his team is just flying. Our boy again, Dennis Undav scores and El Bilal Torre. They both scored and they continue their fine form. And Seb Honas, they keep going. They beat a lotion team.
Yeah, they had a really good week. Went away to Juventus, did the thing, came back home, kept it going. Same guys scoring the goals. Quite nice.
Yeah. Leverkusen, they are just, I don't know, man. This season has been weird. They clinched their unbeaten season against Werder last season, and they didn't beat them. So 90th minute, Werder was just like, hey, guess what? I got something for you. 2 Nigerians scored for Leverkusen, though. Boniface and Felix Agu.
Yeah, Felix Agu. Yeah. I think it's fair that after you have an undefeated season, there's going to be a come down. So I think we should just withhold any big judgment on Leverkusen until maybe January. Just let them muddle through this, it's not as if they're losing games or whatever, so. It's not great. They can't defend anymore. That's the issue. They're still getting the goals, but they cannot defend. So.
Yeah, 15 goals conceded already. Man, I don't even put it at this. I'll read out some team names that have conceded less goals than them. Mönchengladbach, Dortmund, obviously, Eintracht Frankfurt, Freiburg. These are all teams that have conceded less goals than them.
It's strange, Coach. Do you think they've, like the other teams, they've had a season to watch these guys now. Have they just figured them out, especially after Gasperini gave everyone the blueprint in the Europa League final? I think it's a bit
of both. But also I think the main thing is that as good as they were last season, they haven't strengthened as much as they should have. I don't feel like the squad is anywhere. For what they put in last season, I would have expected to see a lot more top quality investment. If they're serious about staying where they are. But I don't feel like that's really the objective, if that makes sense. Like I think last season, Sosteric, it was great. But if they were serious, there could have been some serious buys there to reinforce, someone to push Xhaka, potentially even partner him as well. I think another forward, a top quality forward, because as good as between Teller and Frimpong sharing minutes and stuff like that, let's be honest, guys, like you can do better in that position. Like you actually can. So that's the way I feel about it.
Yeah, well, that was one of the teams that we mentioned on the weekend review. The Champions League edition. One of the games we should watch is that, and we said this team and the other team we're about to mention have to, show a little bit more in the weekend after, their results in Europe. And Bayern Munich hurt us and took it to heart, and they beat the mess out of Bochum 5-0. Coach, I'm not sure if you saw it, but Michael Lee did a free kick.
I did. One thing I want to say, actually, this is slightly off topic, but I really enjoy Germans talking about football. Like, whenever I watch a German broadcast on Sky Sports, and they've got, I've forgotten their names, but there's always one German analyst. Like, the way they talk about football is just fucking hilarious. Like, I love it. Like, it's very passionate, and it's also very analytical as well. And on the Elise free kick, the guy was like, guys, just sit back and enjoy this angle. It's beautiful.
That sounds like it could have been Stefan Freund. Like he's one that says shit like sit back and enjoy it. Like I've, since he was a player, I've been seeing him on TV, and he's always like telling you to just like, that's a man that knows what we came to watch.
Yeah,
listen to you talk. We don't want to hear your hot takes. We just want to watch football, and
exactly, yeah, man.
Like I said, Brett, shout out Germany. Stop talking that shit.
But on the game and the goals, I suppose that the Harry Kane goal, I always like to go back to the fact that players like Musiala, and the best example of this is Messi. When you have players like that can create goals through the center of the pitch just by running through you like 3-day-old Indian food and shit, like it's really it's really invaluable because Musiala. No, but it's so invaluable. The goal came from nothing. We look at where he picked up the ball and look at where Harry Kane finished it. Where you can't buy that shit. It's so invaluable, and players like him are just
actually you can. They did.
You know what I mean though. Like it's such a rare quality. And he's on his strong side as well. So he's not make the guy, and he's run through. Then he's cutting onto his weak side and found Harry Kane in space from he's at 16 yards from goal. But look at where he picked up the ball. That's all him. There's no passing. There's no nothing. It was just. I really, really love that goal, and I just think that's the kind of shit that can win you Champions Leagues, man. Like, it's so invaluable.
Absolutely. That's game-breaking quality right there.
Yeah.
I'm going to put the team on my back and make some shit happen.
Yeah, man.
But even more interesting to me, because we've seen him do that a bunch, it's what Jamal Musiala does.
Yeah.
He scored a header from a corner. That was hilarious. I was like, yo, what's going on? It's like Zidane in the World Cup or some shit, man. But,
yeah.
He does that 3 to the dome like you were saying. It's so funny, and Carmelo loves it too.
Yeah,
he loves it. But the 2 OG wingers got Golasso.
God damn. Like, I don't know. Honestly, they were legit. They were going for goal of the season competition in this game because every single goal was absolutely fucking fire. Every single one. I'm not gonna pick which one's the best one because
it's impossible.
It's just you got whatever. Look, there's five options. They're all correct. How about that?
There you go. Yeah.
Coach, can we get the standings in Germany, please?
Of course. So we have Bayern on 20 points in first. Leipzig joint first place actually on 20 points as well. They're missing out by goal difference. Leverkusen 5 points behind the top two on 15 points, and they're also joint four. Actually, whoa! There's actually between third and fifth, they're all on 15 points. But what's even more hilarious is that sixth place is on 14 points. So it's quite tight, actually. Pause.
You got 2 strikes.
I'm so sorry.
You got another one.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my goodness.
That's a good stuff. Okay.
It's kind of surprising that Leipzig are kind of hanging tough in the Bundesliga when they haven't done shit in the Champions League. That's hilarious to me, man. I would not have predicted that.
I have 2 answers for that. Openda and Zesko. 2 strikers can really change a broke nigga's life. I'll tell you that now.
Can these broke niggas change a life in fucking Champions League? That's where the money's at.
Boy.
You know where the money was this weekend?
Where that?
In Italy, in Syria.
Corruption.
And I have a funny story. So yesterday, I was talking to somebody about soccer. Well, at the state soccer. It's like, I don't like watching the sport because they don't score enough. I said, I promise you watch an Italian league game, they don't defend anymore. They just score. And this was perfect because Inter and Juventus, they didn't defend. It was 4-4. This game was absolutely just drunk. There was nothing, just the Derby Italia had a ridiculous high scoring game. Zielinski scored his first 2 goals from penalty spot. Weston McKennie and Tim Weah, they did USA, and they contribute to they got some goals contributions. Tim scored. So go ahead.
I really enjoyed Vlahovic's goal because look, I'll be honest with you, I'm a McKennie booster, truther. I don't really like Yanks, but something about him I really, really enjoy. Pause.
Yeah, y'all got the same diet. That's what.
But yeah, it was a lot. Put it like this, it was very, very. It was easy for him to take the chance himself and try and score, and I really enjoyed the fact that he deferred to the guarantee. He's their best finisher, and it's just it was there. He could have easily taken it and probably scored himself, but I really enjoyed the unselfishness of it as well. And it's a renaissance that he's having under Motta as well. Like, he's a player that I genuinely didn't think. You think of Thiago Motta as a coach, you think, would you like a player like McKennie?
It's the craziest thing. Just like Rafinha, they both want to toss McKennie. And the thing is, McKennie told him in the summer, "I'm not going anywhere, dude.
I'm not fucking leaving."
But here's the thing about McKennie, though. This is not the first manager he's done this with. Every manager shows up, we think he's gonna go. He says, "I'm not fucking leaving." Then he wins them over by January. This is probably the fastest he's done it, and he was really good today. But I want to get to my point real quick. We all know I'm an Inter guy. I was very confident at the beginning of the season. I've watched Inter defend for the last 10 weeks now, and I'm tapping out. I don't think Inter are going to do it this year. They can't. They forgot how to defend. I don't know what's going on. It's horrible,
bro.
Horrible. How are you conceding 4 goals against this Juventus at San Siro? I don't understand this.
And you were up 4-2. Mkhitaryan and Dumfries added, to Zielinski's goals.
Dumfries. The slurs I uttered at my television today. I'm done. I'm just done. I'm done.
Bro.
They're not winning this year. They're not winning it.
I got 2 things to add. Actually, I'm going to talk about Dumfries first. Remember, it was like last year, the year before, some United fans like, we should get Dumfries, Cherry Wan-Bissaka. I'm like, you don't want Dumfries. He's just big and black. There's nothing else. No.
I have a thought, sorry to sidetrack again, but he has a doppelganger in the game of football. You guys want to know who it is?
Jeremy Frimpong.
No.
Kyle Walker.
It's Chuba Akpom. Yeah. Okay.
When y'all ready to be done with this shit, we can move on. I'm going through it right now, man. Like, I just watched that game like 2 hours ago, and it was very upsetting. I did not enjoy that at all. Like, Denzel Dumfries, if I ever see him, it's on site. It's on site. This nigga stupid as fuck, man. This nigga how you let a nigga score the same goal on you twice in the same game? Like, what?
All right, quickly, my last point. It's funny in the battle of the dads, with the kids with the famous dads, Tim Weah is the one who scored instead of Marcus's kids. Well,
this nigga got so many points.
I know.
I've got one more point. Oh
my God.
Wait, one more. Bologna and Milan, that was postponed. Was floods in the region.
Cameras go.
Wanted to play the game behind closed doors. They couldn't find an alternate, and now they're moving this game to February.
Maybe. Well, I suppose if they move it to February, that would be under the assumption that Milan is already out of Europe. I'd gamble on that.
Yeah, I'd roll the dice. Napoli and Lecce, the league leaders, right? They've gotten to become a Conte team very fast. That's the highest compliment I can play them. They look like a Conte side.
Yeah. Can I just say, but not in the way that we expected. I know we've spoken about the 4 at the back quite a bit, kind of thing. But here's the thing: Conte teams don't play intricate football through the middle of the pitch, and this is their main way of generating chances.
Well, I just want to say it's not all that intricate right now.
You know what I mean.
Through the middle, it's not intricate though.
But it's the effort and it's the attempt to.
It's a principle. I get it. He's moved from the wide overloads to the central overload, which I would never have dreamt of in a billion years.
No,
I gotta say I'm impressed.
No, and
I'm disgusted and impressed.
It's the hybrid role. It's the hybrid role as well of Kvaratskhelia that he's going from left winger to second striker to centre forward. Should I say even triple role actually, like fluidly, like depending on the phase of the game, kind of thing. Whenever they leave 2 man up, kind of thing, he could be one of the 2 men that they leave up. He could be one of the guys that they drop in. But the more interesting thing is their right side, I suppose, as well. I watched a couple of videos on this. The right side of midfielder tucks in, and then he become a 5 at the back at times as well. And that is Conte. That's one part that he has actually, maintained, kind of thing. It's just this is a championship way of playing football. It's very solid. Teams know what they're coming against every week, but can you stop it? If Napoli stop you from scoring, they are going to create. They will create. So yeah, they're my favourites now, I think.
Yeah, they got a midfield that's just, as you would
powerful.
Say,
it's powerful.
It's apes in the care home.
McTominay is the biggest ape of them all.
I don't know, man. I've been hearing a lot of good things about Billy Gilmore, but
he had a really good game.
I haven't had time to really just watch him and focus on him in the game yet, but I plan to do that very soon. Because if Inter aren't going to win, the least I can do is be entertained. So,
yeah. Speaking of entertainment and goals, Atalanta beat the shit out of Verona. Excuse my French. I had to curse with this one. Ademola Lookman decided that he is going to let everybody know why he's the African Player of the Year. You're going to keep watching it. He had 2 goals, 2 assists. They hosted the game, and they were very rude. They told their guests, go and sleep on the floor, go and sleep on the pali, go and sleep on this. They got a brace.
That's how this nigga did me when I was in London, by the way. Just so y'all know, for the record, this nigga terrible fucking host. Terrible host. He was fucking feeding me. He was feeding me cat food and shit and fucking Morley's. I was over there Morley's is amazing because I was eating cat food the rest of the time. This horrible host.
I'm actually going to show the text, right? Because this is contrary to what it said in the text messages. I'm just lying on my good name. And I'm going to tell I want to tell my mum as well, this is what you're saying as well.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I apologize. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, I'm happy no ma.
Real quick. Oh man. But yeah, Retegi's looking good, and I look foolish for saying that Lautaro's going to score more than him. Jesus, I was wrong.
I'll be honest with you, yeah. Guys, just walk with me. I don't think Didier Drogba was this good. If we're talking African players, I don't think it's this as good as Ademola Lookman. I'm sorry to say.
Well, they're different kinds of players, though.
I'm sorry, it doesn't matter. I personally think that if Lookman wanted to be a target number 9, he'd be better than it at Drogba is. That's the opinion I'm holding. I've never seen Drogba score a hat-trick in the European final before, but I have seen Lookman do it. I've also never seen Batman and Lookman in the same room together. So that's where I'm leaving it. But take as well, good player. Great good player.
What's wrong with
you? I mean, I see nothing to debate here. Carry on.
Lookman's from South London, so
there's that as well. I'm telling you.
But, and he's a great player, fantastic player. Fiorentina 5, Roma 1. David De Gea is having a renaissance. Man United is cursed. The Ultras are right though. Maybe they do want De Rossi back. I've also got a red card, but Fiorentina they blew Roma away. They absolutely blew them away, and we have to eat crow because Moise Kean scored a brace. And he said,
I put my hand up, y'all don't gotta apologize for that. That's me, because
that's Udine still. You
know what though? I want to think of it differently. I motivated that nigga. I know he listens to this pod, and he heard me call him all kinds of bitches, and he went and stepped it up, got himself a brace. So we're proud of you, brother. Keep it going next week, or else it's back to niggerdom.
Coach, give us a Serie A standings, please, and thank you. Let's get out of Italy.
Well, I can tell you this now. Inter are not top.
Hey, man, fuck you, okay? I don't care if you want to drag your mama into this shit, man. I will fight you, nigga. Don't play with me, bro.
Napoli are on 22 points in first place. Inter are only 4 points behind them on 18 points in second. Juventus a point behind Inter on 17. And Fiorentina, after their 5-1 win, are on 16 points. But to be honest, from 4th to 7th, they're all on 16 points, man. It's looking very interesting.
Before we move on, do you guys know who's back in the Italian league?
Eminem?
No.
Tell us.
Mario Balotelli is back in Serie A.
I saw reports of that actually. Oh, it went through. Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
He signed up for Genoa this week.
That's awesome. Does that mean we're going to get Totti back too? Because I saw that headline.
Totti said he had 2 teams talk to him.
Yeah, about 3 or 4, isn't it?
Yeah, he said that as for the Serie A, we're talking of at least 2 months of training. That's the time, and it's not a joke. I took it seriously. Yes, there's 1 or 2 teams. Let's see, my body and head will tell me. My head already knows the answers. The body will see. Man, you ain't got it, Totti.
That fat old man want to tear his Achilles so bad.
I'm actually going to Google how old he is because I'm pretty sure he's around 40 now. Sure, he's at 42, 43?
No, he's 48, bro.
Yeah.
God almighty. Because I was going to say, I watched this guy literally do that Nike tournament with Henri in 2002, bro.
He won the World Cup in 2006. So all his mates have grandchildren.
Yes, he made his debut in 1993, my nigga.
Yeah. He's always gonna be that young guy though. You know those people that are just always forever young in your head. He's one of those to me.
Yeah. Yes, and we cannot forget about France. That would be very disrespectful to France because I'm very happy PSG did a thing that made me so proud. So we went over to France right now, and guess what? PSG beat Marseille 3-0 in Le Clasique. That game was over in the first half. Yao Neves opened the score within 7 minutes. Me and Harat got a red card, and this one was over. PSG had 75% possession, and it was over. But I'm very happy because guess what? Nasty Man FC was defeated. Deen.
Yeah, they I was watching the game, and PSG, they wear navy blue, very dark navy blue. They're playing against Marseille wearing white. And I just kept thinking, like, most of the police departments around the world wear navy blue too. And
we're not the London Met.
No, of course not, because you don't live in a real country, my friend.
What color do they wear?
I'd rather not say. I'm embarrassing my police force. I'm embarrassing my police force.
Please say it. What do they wear?
Black and white.
Black and white. All right. Just like the criminals. Like Juventus.
And Newcastle.
Oh, man. But yeah, fantastic. I mean, I don't know that you can judge a game like this, given the fact that a red card happened in 20 minutes.
Oh, I can judge it. Fuck Marseille.
Yeah, there's that. But, the football, at least, there's not much you can. I mean, as far as if you want to criticize a team for playing poorly with 10 men, this is a team you can really criticize for playing poorly with 10 men because they offered zero threat. Every attack that they pretended to try to do. I mean, it was a waste of time watching that shit, man, after the 20th minute. And PSG were well worth their win.
Yeah. Nice beat Monaco 2-1. They're well worth the win. Bless you.
Thank you.
Brilliant Bolo opened up the scoring, and Goussand and Laborde, they scored, and that was that. I mean, they obviously Monaco got a man down, but
yeah, it was. This was the winning goal in this game from Laborde was one of the worst goals you see a team with 10 men concede in your life. Like, he literally had about 60. He ran from inside his own half to get a one-on-one against their goalkeeper and score. Like, think about that. Like, when you have 10 men, how do you have that much space in behind you in a league game? This is not a cup game where you're going to get eliminated. You could have left with a point. Go on, coach.
If Roy Keane watched this game, he'd be like, that's how you lose a game with 10 men. Yeah, carry on.
But yeah, it was very naive, very naive.
Leo beat Lens 2-0. I'm going to save the Brest for last because they beat Reims 2-1.
Yay.
Coach, can you give us the standings for League On?
No, you give me. No, yeah. So, quite clearly, as we spoke about PSG earlier, they are top with 23 points. Monaco are in second with 20 points. And Marseille are joint third with Lille on 17 points. Before we move from France, though, just want to make a point of saying that Barcola is the top scorer with 8 goals, but there's a fella that's only 2 goals behind him. I won't say his name, however, but it looks like he's about to get another, potential 20-goal season again. He plays for Lille, but we'll leave it at that. On to the next one, please.
Thank you, man. Edon Zergrova, lovely player.
I thought we were talking about Mohamed Bayo.
Okay. Listen, man, we're not doing any more Nigerians, man, guys. Next, please.
He's not Nigerian.
He's not Nigerian.
Whatever he is, please.
Fucking imperialist bastard you are.
He's from Guinea. He's from Guinea.
Yeah, and I want to talk about a Canadian. How about that?
Boo.
Yeah, exactly. It's not so funny now, is it? Yeah.
I'll give Patrick. Let's go to the Premier League. Let's go over to good old England, where Brentford
Super League.
Brentford and Ipswich. This game was a roller coaster, absolute roller coaster. Ipswich, for all the valiant efforts they show, you guys are getting relegated, bro. Yeah. They can't defend. You score 3 away from home, and you don't even get a point. I love Kieran McKenna, but his side is so naive, bro.
Bro, that Leaf Davis nigga, man. He has a cross on him, but he defends with the force of a leaf in the wind. Like, he just be out there. He's just there. But just a suggestion. He's like LaCroix, he's like the suggestion of flavor, but not really flavor. That's what he is. He's nonsense.
So you say he has a cross on him, but he's just there. He's Pontius Pilate.
Yeah.
Can I offer my missus commentary on this game?
Yes, please.
So I'll just read them out in sequential order, right? So watching the Brentford match, and this Clark person from Ipswich is not serious. Damn. He basically gave away a pen. The own goal was a bit harsh. I was waiting to see the sending off. Ipswich were 2-0 up and lost 4-3. They should be ashamed. I also feel like they need to stop VAR.
You know what? Your lady should be on Sky Sports. She'd be better than all
these fuckers.
She'd be better than all of them.
She goes, refs should be held accountable and be better, but the VAR stuff takes too long. And then she goes, Harry Clark was shagged with that second yellow though. It wasn't that deep. His first Prem start with question marks. Oh God, I'd have to set up the ref.
Yo. She's great. She's great.
Man.
Oh man.
That's crazy. Her first analysis, and she already better than Theo Walcott.
Oh gosh, Walcott
hurts
sucks.
My feeling so bad. That hurts my feeling so bad.
Yo, wow. I don't even have anything else to add besides.
It was quite succinct, honestly.
It's not that hard. That's what makes all this fucking TV shit annoying. It's not that hard to just say what the fuck you're seeing. But whatever.
Wissa and Mbeumo, those two are running an amazing 2-man and big pause, whatever you want to say with that. Yeah. But yeah,
AFCON FC baby.
FPL quickly. I took out Wissa from my team. Obviously, he was injured, and I felt something in my chest when I saw him on the score sheet because he was my banker that I was going to keep most of the season because he's reliable. And yeah, I just feel really, really let down that I took him out, man.
Yeah, that's something you feel in your chest. It's called AIDS.
Oh my God.
Man City won up to 0. We all thought they were going to get shellacked, but that was overstated. Didn't happen. Southampton, they do belong in the Prem. I believe they do, right, Deen? You think so?
They look good. I had the privilege of watching them at the Emirates, and even though Arsenal beat them, it wasn't easy. I figured if they could give Arsenal a game, they could give City a game because City are not better than Arsenal, no matter what the table says.
Yeah. Pep, he repurposed Martinez Nunes as a wide playmaker in a 4-1-4-1. The referees of City and kind of biased. Tony Harrington, booking for Southampton, and just City bore me.
Yeah, it's PGMOL, baby. They're the stars of the show. Like every week we talk less about football and more about refs. That's exactly what they want. So,
yeah, well, we're gonna get to the refs. Some of these games we'll get to the refs. Brighton 2, Wolves 2. Brighton should have won this comfortably. They're not serious. Wolves equalized in the last 3 minutes because Aït Nouri, and then that 4v1, right?
I don't see shit like that on pro clubs on FIFA. Like I don't. That whatever the fuck that was. Like,
bro, I watched it. I watched it like a bunch of like Monster Friends on Saturday, right? Like on ESPN, they show the highlights. And some girl who knows nothing about the sport, she goes, "That's not supposed to happen, is it?"
No. Oh, like, bro, like, I guess the joy I get from it is less about not liking Brighton, because I do like Brighton, and more about the fact that I know that Fabian Hertzler went home and he did something to himself with Icy Hot that I won't repeat on this podcast, and he deserved it, because fuck that guy.
Fuck him.
And shout out Danny Welbeck, captain in Brighton. Unfortunately, Lewis Dunk got hurt in the warm-up, so Danny had to captain them. So it was good to see him back, because he left last week's game with a back injury that looked very scary, but he's okay. And he scored as well. So, shout out Danny Welbeck, man.
And Cunha scored as well, so good for him.
Yo, do you think, hey, guys, this may sound crazy. Danny Welbeck, England call-up.
You're crazy.
I mean, they're calling up anybody these days. They're calling up, they're calling up niggas like Foden and shit. Like, if Foden can get a call up, Welbeck absolutely can get one as well, as far as I can.
Why not? Yo, Tosin, would you take Welbeck back at United today?
I wanted Danny Welbeck in the summer. I just didn't say it out loud.
There you go.
Welbs, I know we've given him a lot of love, but genuinely, Welbs is a fantastic footballer.
He's legit, man.
Fantastic guy. He's that guy.
He's that guy.
Like, yo, he's literally loved by Man United and Arsenal fans equally. Like, equally. That's...
Yeah, you can't say that, RVP, can you? Bitch ass nigga.
Bitch ass nigga.
Let's go to Aston Villa and Bournemouth. This was a Basque derby. Because the two coaches are from the Basque region. But yeah, they drew, and it was a wonderful feeling for me because that last-minute Bournemouth goal made me feel so happy. Shout out to Evan Nilsson. Bullet header.
Fuck that guy. diving cunts. Like, I can't believe Evan Nilsson came from Porto, where he learned all that shit, then came to England, and he's just diving week after week, and no one is calling it out. No one is calling it out.
You know what's crazy about it? If this was happening in the 90s, he would be racially abused by pundits. He would.
Stoke would break his spine, and it would be okay. It'd be like he deserved it because he's a cheating foreigner, Yeah,
so. They were like, look at him coming over here, taking our jobs, and infecting our kids with his cheating and shit. But they'd be right about the cheating shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. This sounds like a MAGA rally in 2024.
Hell yeah. By the way, I want to give a quick shout out to Bournemouth's goalkeeper, Mark Travers. Irish motherfucker. He saved everything, because Villa should have won this comfortably, but he was in inspired form. But the game is mean. That's why Evan Nelson scored that beautiful header at the end that made Tosin so happy. I don't know why it made you happy, bro. Like, are you just seeking happiness in all places that aren't United at this point? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, might try crack soon.
You're a coward. You don't smoke crack.
Crack is... Everton won, Fulham won. A late and rare Beto equalizer. I can't believe Beto knows how to score, but he did. He said what?
I said that's wild. Like, I was stunned. Like, I thought my feet was broken, coach.
Now, you should go back to Italy, though. I reckon you'll get some goals in Italy again.
You can go be the regent of Zapata when Zapata retires. You can go back and go be the wrestler that conquers Italy or whatever.
That sounds so racist. What? The wrestler can conquer Italy. Sound like a new King Kong.
That sounds more racist than apes in the nursing home.
So
you don't know racism, bro. Leave this to me. I know racism. Okay, I'm the slur sultan. You don't see my fucking turban, nigga.
You're so lucky Vince McMahon's in court. He would have hired you to be arrested.
Oh my god.
Everton and Fulham. We had Hale End connect on a goal. Iwobi goal was beautiful. Him and Smith Rowe.
It was. But do you know the assist didn't actually come from Smith Rowe. It came from Calvin Bassey, because I've seen screens. I've been watching NBA for about 62 years. I've never seen a screen that good before in my life.
Oh man,
another one that would be a wrestler too.
Say Calvin Bassey out here giving screen assists like Rudy Gobert.
No, it was beautiful. Like, he looked like a dead these eyes and said, "You shall not pass."
He's more like Draymond, man. He ain't no. He's Draymond. But yeah, Beto stole some points. So yeah. Whew, Man United, West Ham, man. I don't know who wants to take this one. You at the stadium, I watched it. Let's have you talk.
It should be mine, really, because
Yeah,
you
go
did
on.
an
Yeah,
instant reaction, and you did
say.
I just think that the way this game ended, like just from an objective standpoint, as a fan of the game, I did not enjoy what happened. Again, we're talking about refs. That again, to the refs' credit, David Coote, I think it was, he didn't even know why VAR was talking to him. And when he went to the screen to look at it, he didn't want to do anything about it. But peer pressure is tough. You know, he backed down. I think Michael Oliver was on VAR, and I think he's a senior ref in that crew. You know, so it's going to be hard not to listen to him. But besides that, United, man, at this point, it's beginning to feel a little cursed because even though Ten Hag makes mistakes, his in-game management is shit. It will forever be shit. You know, when he gets fired, that's what he would look at. Like Coach said, go listen to Coach's Corner. But Diego Dallo, like, what the fuck, man? Like you can say whatever you want to say about a coach. Call him bald, call him a scumbag, say he's stealing money. But when your players can't hit an open goal with no one bearing down on them, no tackle coming in, I don't know what else to say. I actually enjoyed Bruno's performance today. I thought he was fantastic, but there were at least 4 chances in that game that United should have scored, and they didn't score. And I don't feel sorry for you because I'm not built like that. But yeah, it's bad, bro. I see why you're not doing intros on the United pods no more. It's bad.
Yeah, just to I suppose crystallize Dean's points. That first half is United's issue there and then. Even with injuries, even with suspension, even with players out of form, they're still able to turn out something like that and leave with no points from that first. Like in general, like that's the issue there. Ten Hag clearly knows what makes United tick and what makes them work, kind of thing. And the fact he's with that 45 minutes, we're not going to see that again for United for probably the next 2-3 games. But they might win a game in that period. You see what I'm saying? And that's the issue. The process with Ten Hag and what he does is he's looking at it from results. Oh, okay, we got a result playing like absolute shit and dickheads. We're back on track, kind of thing. Rather than looking at back at that first half, thinking, how do I get players to play like this more often? Because we keep creating chances, we'll keep scoring goals. But he's going to look at it from, well, we lost anyway, kind of thing, and probably, shit can the ideas from that game and not bother going back. But there's a lot to work with in that first half. It's just you don't do that, and teams grow in confidence, and you get fucked, and that's it. So
all I know is I can't wait for him to fire that man. I have a bottle of Clico in the freezer right now, just waiting to be open. I'm about to be moved like Dame Dash in the music. One. That's all I have to say. And the main United podcast is out by the time you hear this, so we'll listen to that because I have no other thoughts on Eric Ten Hag. So, anyways, let's go to Chelsea and Newcastle. Newcastle could not defend as well as they used to, and it's bad, and they can't finish their chances. And Isak today did the most selfish thing in the world. I'm not sure if you guys saw it, but there was a chance where Isak could have passed it. Instead, he was trying to do Eritrean dance, I guess. I guess that's what they do in this country. And
I think you Thierry Henry. He not even Thierry nobody. Like, come on, bro. Like, you gotta pass it. Like, it doesn't diminish you as a striker to make other people shine in the game. Trust me. Like, I mean, at least for the FPL fans like us, like, get us some points, nigga. What is wrong with you? Like, it was pathetic. It was pathetic. But it's Newcastle, and coach, you know what that means? Fuck
Jason Tindall. You can eat shit, Jason Tindall. Yeah.
Yeah, Cole Palmer and them took care of business. Cole Palmer got to go. Nico Jackson is looking spry. Nico Jackson.
We called it.
I think Pedro Neto as well. I'm worried now as well.
Bro.
Right now, if you're looking at their forwards, quite literally all of their forwards are in form. Palmer, Jackson, Madueke, Neto. Who's the other guy that I was starting? Oh, not Sancho actually. Sorry, but they've got 4.
He's on the bench.
Yeah, they've got 4 forwards all on fire right now.
And none of them are as good as Nkunku.
Yeah, exactly. But again, as a coach, you know you're doing your job well when you're maximizing your attacking talents, and your attacking talents are usually your best players. So yeah, it's a good sign for Chelsea, as much as I hate to say it.
And you know what I've decided after 8, 9, 10 weeks of the season watching Chelsea, they are by some distance the best counter-attacking team in the Premier League.
And guess who they play on Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah. Boy, I'm gonna be there with some popcorn, hating on my own team. Yeah, we will be there. We will be there. It's like seeing your homie get jumped on. You like, yeah, hit that nigga. That's how I punch him in the face. But yeah, Crystal Palace, Tottenham 1-0. The only good thing I say about Tottenham is they started Mikey Moore. Other than that, PGML, you know what you are. You know exactly what you are.
Yeah, man. Another week, another reason for Arsenal fans to get in our conspiracy bag because this foul that Saliba got suspended for today's game for, we've now seen it several times since it happened, and no one has gotten a red card. Some of them don't even get VAR reviews. But I'm done whining.
Listen,
yeah, I haven't seen shit from that game. I just know Mateta scored and he got me points. So yeah, fuck Tottenham as well, man.
Man, fuck Mateta, man. He took minutes from my boy Eddie and Nketiah. I'm not fucking with that, man. I need Eddie to be playing and happy.
Arsenal and Liverpool was 2-2. Only thing I could say really about this game, that to say it again, Bukayo Saka is fucking amazing. I love him like he's my own child. I was so happy just seeing him score. He's great. And I don't like Liverpool. I don't like Arsenal. So the thing I can say that's nice is Bukayo Saka is really good. I wish Kai Havertz was kind of a little bit more in the game, but yeah, Liverpool got a late equalizer, and the points were shared. So I know you guys had some disagreements with some of the shit that happened, but
I mean, we already talked about this for an hour on the Arsenal edition. That should be out before you hear this, so hopefully you've heard that already. But all I'll say is that
definitely out.
Yeah, there you go. All I'll say is that given everything Arsenal has been through, from injuries, suspensions, the schedule, the games, the fact that they have the exact same record after 13 games that they did last season. Arsenal does. So shit ain't bad. Shit ain't bad at all. Like shit can only get better is the way I view it. So with some help and some luck, and PGMOL taking their thumbs out of their asses, shit should be working out pretty soon. Coach?
Yeah, I mean, they're not worth my breath, so I won't give it to them. But just from what Arsenal can do and what they should be doing better, keep going. That's the message. Keep going and continue to block out the noise, because I think more than anything, what's the media class in this country, what's annoying them is the fact that Arteta knows the game better than they ever will, and they can't figure him out. They literally cannot figure out what Arteta's doing, what he's thinking, and that's what's rubbing them the wrong way, because they like people that they can easily read. That's why they like Arteta's not going to sit down with them to do an interview the way that I think Ten Hag has done 2 interviews with them now, because Ten Hag, you read him
after they talk rubbish about him, he invited them.
Yes, I'm saying, like they can read him like a book. Pardon?
Here's what it is: Arteta knows the media game.
Yeah,
and he refuses to play it.
Exactly.
So they can't really make headlines out of him, so they just make shit up.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. That's the point I was making. The fact that even when they're making shit up, he's just like, well, okay. It's like, do you know what I mean?
And he never takes a bait. Never takes a bait.
Yeah, he won't. That's why I don't. And he doesn't have any beef with anyone. And I feel like they're waiting for that to happen, but he won't have any beef with anyone because he won't get drawn out. He won't even allow it to happen. And when you talk about the way football is covered in this country, obviously it's not just Arsenal. I'm talking from an Arsenal lens kind of thing. All that matters to these people genuinely is narratives. That's all that matters to them.
That's why United sells over and over again. The other day, they were talking about how United actually shared a private plane to go to the Ballon d'Or.
Again, that's not even news. It's funny as well, but it's not even news. Like, the simple fact is, football, the actual football, is so far down their list of priorities. It's actually kind of scary because again,
don't win anything.
Yes. Why the fuck do we need to know about any of these refs? Nobody asked for a show from the refs, right? Why the hell are we having, no disrespect to like other people that are doing their thing kind of thing, but the opinions of certain people don't need to be broadcasted. They just don't. They just don't, because they know what they're doing. There's no meaningful conversation to be had. And I get football is a game of opinions kind of thing, but you can't, like, let's try and have sensible conversations about this shit. Sky Sports are a proponent of nonsensical debates. the predictions for the Arsenal game on their panel, they literally all had Arsenal losing, right? 2-1 was the consensus across, and then it was 3-1 for one person. I think one person might have had a 1-1. I don't know, but they all literally gave the exact same reason, and it's like, well, what the fuck is that? Like, how can all of you have the same reason for Arsenal losing? That makes no sense. There's a panel of 5 or 6 of you or whatever like that. Like, come on, can we have a little bit of a diverse opinion here? What's the point? But no, they're playing their game. They want this narrative to happen. You watch the what do you call it? The post game analysis, and they're scraping the barrel. They have no idea what to talk about because they're already pre-planned. Oh yeah, Arsenal lost today. This is what we're gonna say. And by the end of it, they're like, oh shit, let's just rehash what we said about them after Man City now. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's where I'll leave it in it. But yeah, Arteta's great at not playing the game.
Long story short, it's a great weekend of football.
Yeah.
Some highs for some people, some very low lows for some people, even lower lows for some people as well. But it is what it is. It's the football. You guys have anything you want to add before we head out?
Nah.
I do have one thing quickly. I need a live reaction from both of you. Look up Dwayne Wade's new bust. I need you guys to take a look.
I saw that.
I have no idea.
I think it looks a lot like Coach, to be honest, which is not so bad. That's a handsome bust.
Okay.
That's not Dwayne Wade, I'll tell you that much.
So that's Trey Songz from the video. You know that when he was talking about his father cut the cane, that's what when he was screaming.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Genuinely,
no.
Maybe I am a Brit.
Don't you guys me, please. Don't you guys.
Yeah.
I don't
Anyways, we're out. He's gonna look this up the bust. You guys look it up too. We're out. Everyone, take it easy. Peace.
Peace.
Take your shirt off.